Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Civilization 5 as Polynesia. As I said last time, we are restarting the series. This is the new starting location, and as usual, I'll make the initial save file available for you guys. It's gonna be the same link as for the previous run. I'll just add one more file. So in the description of the video, you can just click on the link and download the save file. Also, as I said, I made some changes to the map settings. It's nowhere near as many as I initially planned, but during the 2 days off that I decided to take, I realized that what I mostly needed was just to clear my head, like a mental reset. So the changes that I decided to make: no Korea. I handpicked our opponents. I still kept Pakal. He was doing really well last time, but I said a couple of times that I thought he should be beatable, and I want to know if I was correct. So I decided to keep him in the game. I also decided to keep Ethiopia. I still consider Ethiopia quite strong, even though last time he wasn't really doing that well, but he just was screwed by his starting location. He started between Shaka, Pakal, and Korea, so he didn't have a chance. Then I decided to keep Carthage. I think we had her in the previous run as well, and that's a save that should be doing well on this type of a map. And what else? Yeah, then I don't remember. I think we had Mongolia last time. We should have that in the game as well. I'm not sure about the other saves. I added Japan from what I remember. Japan, I think, should do like decently well on this map. Japan, it's hard to say. Sometimes Japan surprises me how well they can do. Sometimes they just don't do anything. So we'll see how it's gonna work this time. Then we have America, and then I think two more saves that I don't remember. But we should find out soon, because of course, once again, we will heavily focus on early exploration. The other change that I decided to make, I added 2 city-states, so instead of 16 we have 18 on the map this time. It may seem like a very small thing, and yeah, it's nothing huge, but it does make a difference, because we will get or find more city-states faster because of that. And it's really nice when you find like cultured city-states, or I don't know, mercantile city-states early, because the extra yields that you get from them, especially if you find them first, can speed up the very early development quite a bit, actually. With cultured city-state, they can speed up your first social policy by like 8-10 turns. That's pretty noticeable. The best very early might be maritime, because that speeds up the early growth by, let's say, 5 to 8 turns. That's pretty noticeable when you have 1, 2, 3 population in the city. That's a pretty noticeable difference. I tried 4 extra city-states, but that felt like too many. I think 2 will be fine, and one more change that was actually unintentional, something that I forgot to change in the settings. Instead of low sea level, we are going with medium sea level this time. I don't think it's gonna be a huge difference. You can probably notice difference between low and high sea level, but the medium, low, or medium, or difference between medium and low, or medium and high, I think that's like, you can barely notice that. Sometimes it doesn't even look like it makes any difference at all. So those are all of the changes, and hopefully the biggest change is going to be my focus on the game. Last time, especially after I realized that we won't be able to beat Korea, which was quite early, I lost focus, became frustrated, and then I started making mistakes. Not that it really mattered. If I played without mistakes, I still don't think we would have been able to beat Korea. But I just didn't enjoy playing. So this time I just want to focus as much as possible, make sure that I don't make too many stupid mistakes. I can't like say that hey I won't make any mistakes this time because I know myself. I just can't play without mistakes. But yeah, overall, I just want to focus on playing as best as I can and like more, also plan better. Last time I didn't really have a clear plan, so I wasn't really happy with how I was playing overall with my planning, as I said. Well, let's try to change that. Okay, enough talking, let's start playing. I decided to settle here. I was thinking about moving and starting on the hill. You'd still have all of the luxuries in range, but then we would lose the atoll, and yeah, that's a big tile for us, especially if we can get it early. So I decided to stay here on the spot. We are trading the hill for a river. I prefer hill over the river, but as I said, I value that atoll a lot. Hopefully we'll get some fish. I would like to get maybe like two more sea resources. 2 fish would be great. But that's something that we'll find out later. Okay. Settle. Log the whale. Start with the monument. And now, exploring. So we want to be as effective as possible when we are exploring. So I'll send the warrior. Let's see. I want to go. I was actually thinking about how to make the exploration as effective as possible. So I want to send the warrior south, then turn north, and get to the edge of the map, and do the same thing with the Pathfinder on the other side. Because usually what happens to me when I'm exploring is that I like go in 2 directions with 2 units. One, let's say, would go north, one goes east, and then I know a lot about those sides, but I don't know enough about the other side. So I'm missing information when I'm planning locations of my secondary cities. So here I want to explore one side a little bit and then turn and focus on the opposite direction. That way we should know enough about this side and then just completely reveal what's on the other side. So you will go... Now let me think about it. Warrior goes, let's say, this way. You'll go... You can go here. And you will go here. And I want the warrior to return back at some point, so I'll probably do like a circle and return this way. So the Pathfinder doesn't really have to go that far, maybe here. And the warrior will go around this way. Or, yeah, probably this way and then turn. Okay. Research. We start with wheel once again. I want to get Stonehenge and God of the Sea if possible. If not, then I would take tutelary gods. After that, we will go pottery, so we reveal fish, get access to settlers. After that, fishing, so that we can improve the sea resources. But of course, to do that, we want to get the first trireme first. So we will go trapping, trade, sailing. By the time we get sailing, I have to make sure that we have enough money to buy the trireme immediately. And I won't improve any tiles or any luxuries until we get the trireme. So that's the first 6 tags. We could maybe try a lighthouse this way, but I still think that someone is just gonna steal it. Most of the saves that are on the map will just rush sailing as well, and we just can't beat them. If they decide to rush something, they'll always be faster. So I'm not like planning to build the Great Lighthouse. I'll just try if I have the opportunity. Okay, after that, we will do... there is copper here. After that, I think we'll do mining, animal husbandry, construction to get the wise. after that, bronze working to reveal iron. Even though we can't really get that much money from it, it adds yields to the tiles where it is, or where it spawns. And then military theory, ironworking, masonry. I'm going for masonry and ironworking because I want to get the arena forge combination to get the extra production. Once we are done with that, we will have to switch back to the side of the tech tree. Go calendar writing. Most likely drama and poetry. Then mathematics, philosophy, education. And after that, I will probably have to go chivalry to get castles. If we feel safe after education, I may actually go steel before chivalry to get armory earlier. I want to focus a little bit more on the science producing buildings, let's say. And for armor, it's not just science. That's armories also get boosted by arenas, right? So it will be more production and science. And we definitely gonna need that as early as possible. But this won't be an attempt for scientific victory. I will try to go for culture. Still not sure that we can get enough tourism in the end, but we should be able to switch from the tourism focus to science focus, especially if we don't neglect science throughout the game. We can't really do that, right? If you neglect science and that, you just lose. And it doesn't matter what victory condition you are going after, you have to make sure that your science is good. But science victory is not the planned and first victory condition. So this is the plan for like the early game. What else? I guess that's it. Next. Okay, you will go there. Not good. It's turn 1 and barbarians are already on the map. I thought they needed a few turns to spawn. I hope that they don't attack us. Oh, hey. Where did you come from? Well, it's a mercantile city-state, so 37 gold is very nice. And, oh, there. Is it the same island? Yeah, it is. It's quite far, so probably doesn't matter. Then probably go here and well, I can't afford to wait here and heal. We'll just keep exploring, and maybe at some point we will heal up somewhere, but we can't afford it to delay the early exploration. That was quite unfortunate that we just landed right next to a barbarian camp. Should have gone this way to see a little bit more. I was planning to go south with the Pathfinder to reveal a little bit more here with him, but yeah, barbarians changed my plans. Oh, hey. One, two. This would be a decent-ish location for a city. Next. We actually might be able to completely heal up from promotions. Okay, for now this will have to do. Next. Oh, I wanted to check how much money we would have to pay. 53, so that's what? It's 100 for this tile. I think this will be cheaper. This is a 3-food tile, so it's not the worst. It's still a lot of money early, but what else do we need the money for? We will need a worker at some point, but for now there is nothing to improve. Don't really need a warrior. I was thinking about getting a second pathfinder, but I really don't like doing that. Yeah, this is just too good. If you could get like more mercantile city-states. Something like that. Let's go here. And, oh hey, that's a lot of city-states right next to us. I'm not sure if I like that. I mean, it's nice to get these extra yields at this point, but this also means we don't have that many options when it comes to settling other cities. I hope that at least... Well, this looks like we may have some city locations here. And hopefully there's something to the north of us. Next. I'll reveal this tile as well, just in case. And... we can land here. Oh, we don't have the vision yet. It was a mistake. Or we don't have the extra vision, the +2 vision from promotions. Okay, you can... Let's stick to the coast. Next. Oh, wait. Doesn't really matter because I think... Yeah, I want to keep working this tile anyway. And... whoa! It's 110. Oh, that sucks. Oh, crap. So this might be cheaper than this one. But we already see 5 whales. This could be a city. And this one city would reach all of the whales. Next. Unless we find something unexpected here, which we want at this point, we should get the monopoly on whales this time. There is another one. Okay, I think we know enough about what's up here. I will like, get rid of the remaining fog when the warrior returns back. Oh, hey, nice. Let's go this way, and I'll already head west. The warrior will take care of this, then go here and starts moving back probably. Okay, so this should be the edge of the map. It's actually pretty close. And that probably means all of this is for us to settle. Next.
Wisdom.
Don't think we want to go this way. I have a feeling it will just end blocked by ice, so I'll go back. Next. I hope we get those whales. Come on, we need more city-states. Like one more mercantile would be amazing, because then we'll be much closer to that atoll. We got the whale, that helps. 32. Oh, it's still turn 50, that's way too late. In 7 turns we get more population. This would be in 6. But we would lose more time on that Stonehenge, so I think I want to work that forest. Next. Come on, city-states. They have to be here. Like, I added 2, so there should be city-states, especially along the southern and northern edge of the map. I don't think that this is enough room to hide the city-state, so I'll just keep going. There we go. Okay, so it seems that all you need to do is just ask, and the game gives you what you want. And why the hell did we get... Oh, because this is friendly. So yeah, friendly city-states give you more when you find them, and I 55 gold is a lot. This one is hostile, and we got like 17 here. And that means we can buy the atoll. Suddenly we are at 26, so that's turn 46. Plus in 3 turns we can work this style. So hopefully we'll be able to build a Stonehenge around turn 44, which should almost guarantee that we get it. I did some test runs yesterday, and in one of those test runs, someone actually built pyramids around, what was it? It was, I think, turn 42. So the AIs can build either pyramids or Stonehenge earlier than you can usually get it, but it only happened to me twice, so I hope turn 44, 45 is still fine. Next. Okay, now we could use some cultured city-states. Barbarians. How far do we want to go? Can't really go that far. Maybe like 2 more turns and then we head back. Well, I'll take it. It works. What do we want next? More cultured city-states at this point. We want to get those social policies as soon as possible. I mean, not mercantile, the other one. Maritime city-states would be nice as well. Speed up the growth a little bit. But at this point, when we are size 4, it doesn't really help that much. You want the maritime city-states as soon as possible when you are size 1 or 2. Because then it really, like, is very noticeable. Oops. Okay, 20, that's 43, that's even better. I thought it would be 44. I'm just curious, that would probably be a turn, yeah. Doesn't really matter. How quickly do we get the pearls? 15. I don't think I would work the pearls yet. It has 2 gold, but only 2 food, so I think I'd still prefer the faster growth. Next. Nope. Okay, let's turn back. And how long? 3 turns. In 3 turns, we can probably start planning some more cities. I don't want to plan too much until we know where fish are. What else is there? Animal husbandry, deer. Nothing that really affects the planning. Iron. Yeah, we just need to know about the fish. The rest isn't that important. Come on. Friendly, cultured city-state. There is division. Okay, I want to see this island because there is perfume. So that's a luxury that we don't have anywhere yet. Next. Okay. That's a lot of barbarians. That's too far, unfortunately. This one is in range. That's too far. This could be a city. It's a hill, fish, bananas, copper, plus potentially some more stuff to the south. There is fish here. We would be able to reach it from this tile. Wouldn't really lose anything. We would lose the hill, of course, and this tile would probably be much easier to defend against naval attack. Oh, I kind of want to know what's down here. This could be a good city. Usually I try to avoid settling on luxuries, but as Polynesia you actually want to settle on luxuries because then you have more tiles. Like, you won't build Y on a luxury, so may as well use the luxury tile for the city, and that way you have more room for Ys around it. And if we settle here, we would have some pretty decent Ys on this side. This one would kind of suck, so instead this could be a tile for like a great person improvement. And we would get 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's too far. 4. That's too far, that's too far. Yeah, quadruple fish, a luxury, and some pretty good mines. This definitely looks like a city. Then there is a fish here, so this also looks like a city. There might be more. There's still a few tiles that we need to see. And potentially a city here, maybe? That's a whale, fish, another fish, a lapis as a unique luxury. You could potentially settle on the wheat. Because that would be whale, triple fish, and then we would reach all of these tiles. So that would all be Ys, of course. That would be quite decent. They would have some adjacency bonuses. We could settle here. Double fish, marble as a unique luxury, and then again Ys basically everywhere. And Colombo would take away 2 tiles from us, unfortunately. Yeah, this would be like probably the last city that I would settle. This is not worth it. So how are we doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more cities? It can, of course, still change, but I at least need to have some idea at this point for how many cities I'm planning to settle. Because of course I need to know how many settlers I'm gonna need, and that means how much population I will lose to those settlers. And how long it may take to get all of that. So our capital won't get above 6 population for quite a while. Can probably land here. Yeah, sure. Oh, that's some friendly religious city-state. Might be useful if we get a decent city-state quest. Why not? Fortunately, they have perils, so something that we already have. Yeah, that's like the worst city-state, maybe except for militaristic, to find early, because I don't really care about the fate. Next. This could be something potentially, because wine is a unique luxury. The question is this just a like a line of land here, just an island with 5 land tiles, or is there more on the other side? Next. We can probably check the other side. We still have time. Oops, more barbarians. There is more, it seems. Okay, because of the instant yield, we get the next social policy relatively quickly. That's one thing that I like about Progress. After they buffed up organization with the bonus culture that you get from the opener, you get to that +3 production pretty quickly. So like the super early game when you start settling your secondary cities is maybe production wise even a little bit stronger than authority. Depends on how much you can squeeze out of the authority opener, of course, because if you can just keep killing barbarians non-stop, then of course you get more culture here and you get the stacking production faster. But in an average game, for a while, organization actually gives more production than early authority. Okay, so that's 5. We don't need to speed up the production anymore. We wouldn't have the tiles to do it anyway, so this is the only option. And this actually isn't lined up that bad. We can finish Stonehenge, wait 2 turns, and then start working on the first settler when we get to 6 citizens. That was the plan the whole time, basically. Don't produce settlers unless we have 6 population in the capital. This doesn't give us anything. So how many tiles do we have? There's fish. You can probably land here. Okay, how much would this slow us down? 12? 11 by a turn. Nine. Oh, okay, never mind. What do we need to buy at this point? 23. Still gonna take a while to get the sailing. Yeah, I'll buy the first worker even before the trireme. So it would be nice to have some extra gold per turn. I think I want to grow faster. Even the turn, I think, is worth it. Next. Okay. City here looks pretty good. Triple fish, atoll, 2 luxuries. We already have chocolate here. But it's fine, 1 unique luxury, then a second copy of chocolate. Goddess of the home. Okay, whatever. We don't care about that one. We are almost done on one side. Next. We didn't find any saves yet, surprisingly. Next. There we go. Now we have the full vision. And let's go here to the other side of the map. Next. Monaco desires porcelain. Well, that will be a problem. Whoa, that's a lot of copper. This, if you land here, that should reveal all these tiles, I think. Or most of them. So this looks like sea tiles. It might be fish, or well, that actually might be anything, but I think we know enough here to say that this looks like a good city. What we've gained here, unfortunately, all that we gained here is the copper. I was hoping for 1 or 2 extra fish tiles. Next. Riga desires trade route. Where's Riga? Here. 90 food in the capital is nice. Okay, so this is a reason to get the very early cargo ship. Next. Oh, hey. More copper. Is that? That's 4. That would be a nice monopoly. Okay, can we speed things up? I really doubt that, but it's worth a try. No, we can't. And then I may as well look the gold. And now we want to get the worker, so it's 90 extra gold. Won't be able to get that without some help from city-states. Can we get a nice city-state quest? Okay, I think this will be all for this episode. Actually, no, let's play for a few more turns. I want to see what's here. I would like to think a little bit more about where we're gonna settle the other cities, and for that I probably should know how the starting island looks like. Pyramids on turn 46. Yeah, that's average. We have 7 turns because... Actually, no, we can go here. I would like to settle this island first, I think. Because we know that there is nothing to the north of us. I don't think we'll be competing for these locations with anyone, but there might be someone to the south, and they may want to expand to the north, so I want to secure... This is probably as far south as we'll expand for a while, so I want to secure this, and then we'll just go north. Oh, great engineer, that's also gonna take a while. I'm not getting great quests, that's for sure. Faith and culture, hostile. I mean, it's just more opportunities to get better quests. Next. Okay, so you definitely want the city here. And... probably here, because then we'll reach the Lapis. This fish is still in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next. Cartographic mission. That's extra gold. To go where? To go here. Okay. That looks like a job for our explorer. We should be able to finish that pretty quickly with the extra vision that we have. Next. What did we lose? Gold, that's not the end of the world. Culture, that's worse. Okay, let's kill this one. Next. Science. I don't really care about science. Yeah, with the granary, we get a little bit of food once we finish it. So I think we should get 6 citizens in 7 turns with that. And then we can get another settler. But well, now it's definitely all for this episode. I hope that you liked it. I hope that you're gonna join me next time again. And until then, have a good time. Bye bye.